Hello guys, welcome to 2 o'clock here in the morning in Costa Rica. We've got 1 hour before the game, and really pleased to have Team Bankroll with us. We've got Big Man on campus, Martin Green, Alex from Need for Tips, all here to give our final thoughts and predictions for the match. Gonna read out the outrights, boys, and we'll take it from there. I see that France has risen, so we've got France now at 2.1, draw 3.2, Croatia 4.25. France was originally 1.95. Going to start with you, Martin. There, why have France's odds increased? Do you think Croatia are looking good? Can they lift the trophy?
I guess it's in response to some very attractive odds on Croatia, and the betting public has gone that way, thinking that they can make a healthy profit by backing them. But I think it just spells good news, really, for anyone that fancies France to win it. It's a very attractive set of odds on the French win, I think. I guess maybe the bookmakers also look at Croatia. All 3 of their games have gone to extra time so far in the knockout stage. So perhaps they're thinking that this one's going to end in a draw. They're going to entice more people into betting on France, and they're going to make a good profit out of it.
Yeah, well, I feel Martin maybe showing his hands there for the outrights. Now, Big Man, obviously we've previewed this game earlier in the week, and one of the points that we made was how much more pitch time that Croatia has had, and whether they will be fatigued more so than the French. And but this was an issue that we were bringing up when they played against England. They fought hard for that win and deserved the win. You were going for Croatia against England. Well done on that one. Do you think, though, this applies now when they're sort of France is a tougher side than England? Do you think that fatigue may prove a thorn for Croatia?
No, because when you're an athlete at this level, you play, and all the way from when you're a young child, you play a lot of games in a row. You kind of get back to it, and they have probably some of the best fitness people in the world that handle them getting back to fitness, and getting back to peak energy level. I don't think it has anything to do with it. And I think a lot of people are using it as a crutch and an excuse to back France here. When Croatia is just a tough outfit, they're going to leave it all on the field. I mean, I think we again have to go back to just what this team's made up of. It's made up of fighters. It's made up of people that have had to go through long-term, despair and tragedy in their own lives. I mean, some of these guys have, seen war. Luka Modric seen his house burnt down in front of him. The despair and the toughness of this team is there. I just think with all this kind of thing, I heard Alex mention the other day, or one of the chatters mentioned that, Croatia would leave it all on the pitch, and I think they will. I mean, they have 4 million people in this country. They're not going to ever get back to this. A lot of these players are older. You look at Modric; he's not going to play in another World Cup. I think with the whole tired thing, sometimes it could be an excuse, and it can be used as a way to back a team and think you have an advantage. But these guys are high-level athletes. This isn't the first time they played a couple of games in a few days.
Yeah, this ain't their first stint at the rodeo, is it? The so just looking as well, looking at the lineup, one of the bets, Alex, that we were talking about was the golden ball and the golden glove. Obviously, the value is on the Croatia side. I know when we spoke, you couldn't decide between. I'm just reading a few of the comments and just shout out to everybody joining us live right now. The draw at full time does look an option. You said you were staying away from the outrights for that reason. Are you still sort of on that way of thinking?
Yeah, I think that we shouldn't underestimate Croatia here. Yes, they are coming after 3 extra time matches, but like Big Man said, they will leave it all on the pitch because they will play with passion. And when you have at this level to play a final, of course you will give everything. Even if you are playing barefoot like some other teams in this World Cup. So I think that yes, Croatia are underrated right now. Yes, the value right now is with France because their odds are high enough right now, 2.15, 2.2, depending on the bookies. And Martin mentioned the big money that are going on Croatia because their price is so big right now, and people are thinking that they will they will play like in the other three matches that nobody gave them a chance, and they advanced, and they made it to the finals. One interesting thing is that both teams are playing with their best 11. You mentioned the Golden Glove. I think that Subasic has a bigger chance to take the Golden Glove because he was in 2 penalty shootouts. He was in 3 matches with extra time, and he helped a lot his side to arrive in the final. I don't think that it matters if they win or not this match. I think that Subasic should get the Golden Glove. As per the Golden Ball here, I'm between Mbappe and N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante, the best midfielder in the world, in my opinion, right now. A man that was running the most from the World Cup so far. A huge player for France. France combining experience with young players, with talented players. Mbappe, Pogba, Pavard, also Kanté with players like Giroud with higher experience, with Griezmann, Matuidi, and Varane and Umtiti, of course. I think that they are the stronger side, if you ask me, but we shouldn't underestimate Croatia. So I'm going with the same thing, both teams to score at 2.4, 2.38 right now. I think that this is the correct way to play the match. And also to mention that I was checking some news earlier about these games. France haven't been behind at halftime at this tournament. So you might take France halftime or draw in a halftime at halftime. I think that if you play both bets, you will make some profit from halftime.
All right, hedging your bets on that one. Martin, I know you've never shied away from the prop bets. Right now, the Golden Ball, Mbappe's 2.1. Those odds again have risen. I think he was about 1.75. He's 2.1 now. Luka Modric 2.75. N'Golo Kante 17. If you have to value, boy, that's the one. Are you looking at any sort of prop bets, Martin? Another popular one obviously has been corners. Are you looking at anything like that?
I can't really look past Luka Modric for the Golden Ball, regardless of who wins this game. I think even if Croatia lose, he's been far more consistent than Mbappe throughout the tournament. I think Mbappe's shown flashes of his brilliance. Against Argentina, he was unplayable. His pace is phenomenal. He's a great striker. But he's gone on a goal drought for most of the games at this tournament, whereas Modric has shone in every single game. He controlled the match against England. He's controlled every game he's played in. He scored some great goals. His range of passing's been amazing. The odds have seriously lengthened on Mbappe recently, and I guess that might be in response to people backing Modric. So yeah, I'm looking at Modric in that one. It doesn't always work out like that, but he has been the best player overall for me. Kante's been very good as well, but I don't think Kante stands out as much, quite so much, in such a strong all-round French side next to Pogba and stuff. I think Modric is very important for Croatia, so he could get the nod there.
Yeah, again, just reading and tons of names here that have followed us throughout the World Cup. We've had Bill Butlicker. I saw Prognosticos Deportivo. They're coming in sort of hard and heavy here. Longbow, really nice. There's a 14 AFC fan. Good to see you there as well. Goals seem to be the topic. I have to say, though, this was what we were thinking for Belgium, England, and obviously not the case. Is this a goals match? And a question to you there, big man.
I think it will be. Will it go over the number? I don't know. I could see it going into a 1-1 draw. I could definitely see both teams scoring. I think again, we all know that France is very good offensively. We know they go. We know they can go forward. We know they have some big-time names in the midfield. Kanté and Pogba are fantastic. We know how good Mbappe is. I'm not discounting what France is going to do. They're a very good side. All I'm saying is we need to stop discounting Croatia. They're here for a reason. They have world-class players. We also need to remember, I think the one knock on France could be their ability to defend the flanks, obviously on the outer edges. You know, Rebic has been absolutely terrific in this tournament. And we have to also remember, against Belgium, Meunier did not play. That was a big loss for Belgium. You saw how important he was all tournament to that side. Brozovic very much takes over that CDM role for Croatia. He's been fantastic. It allows the midfield to really focus on going forward. They can depend on Brozovic as that basically fifth defender. Defensively is really the big thing. Can Croatia play at that world-class level? I think Vida, Versalco, they're worthy defenders. Martin, Alex, we'll see if Dejan Lovren can be that world-class defender. To me, it's still a concern with him back there. I still don't necessarily trust him. And against some of these really good players from France, he's going to be tested. I think both teams will score a goal. And I know we'll get to our predictions here in a moment.
Yeah. And Alex, on the goal front, you're seeing both teams to score. You know, a popular bet obviously we've been doing is over 2 on the Asian. Would that be a sort of a better way or a safer way to play the goals at this point? I don't know if you've got the odds for it, but I think last time I checked, it was the unders which had the lower price.
Yeah. The bookies are against. They are pricing the overs very high right now. I think that for the over 2 goals we have 2.15 with some bookies. I really love this play, and I think that everyone on the site, most of the people on the site mentioned on our chat mentioned this bet. I think it's an incredible bet. 2.15, at least a push in my opinion. At least 2 goals in the match. I think that we should probably see that. Also, some of our friends on Twitter, I think that Teddy B, it was, if I remember correct, he said Croatia total team goals over 0.25 at 1.9.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that if they don't score, you lose half of your stake, and half you will take it back. So that's an interesting approach, and I really like this bet from Teddy B.
I love that, and I tell you what, we've got some great guys giving tips there. That's an awesome one. I love that a lot. Now, Martin, you were showing your hand at the beginning. You seem to think that France is going to get the job done in the 90 minutes. Is that right?
I'm not 100% convinced, but yeah, I think France should win it. I was really hoping to get on the goal scorer, total goals markets in this game, because I don't think we're going to see many goals at all in this one. Since 1990, only one World Cup final has had more than 2.5 goals. So I was looking to back under 2.5 goals, but they've just made the odds just so low that it's not even worth going with, I don't think. So yeah, I think I'll go with France just to win outright, because that's offering value. But I might put a small stake on 1-1 on a 1-1 draw just to cover myself. I think France are going to score in this game. I don't think Lovren and Chorluka can contain the likes of Mbappe and Griezmann for the whole 90 minutes. So I think France will definitely score. And I think they'll either go on to win either 1-0 or 2-0, or perhaps Croatia might get an equaliser. So just to hedge my bets a little bit, I'll put a small stake on 1-1, but mainly I'm going to go for a France win.
Right, there we go. So it's interesting though. A lot of our viewers are there. They're liking the goals. I love that one you mentioned from Teddy B there. What are you going for, a big man, as far as goals?
I think both teams to score has some value here. I think with the under, though, I think Martin could be onto something. I think this will be either 1-1 or 1-0. I think 1-1 is the more likely option. Listen, I just think I feel like we're destined for extra time here. It's been Croatia's kind of thing throughout this whole tournament. I'll be honest, and I might get shit on this. I don't care. I don't think France is much better than Croatia. We continue to not give them respect. I think they're just as good as Croatia. Are they top level with Mbappe? And no, but I don't think they're far off. I'm gonna go with, as far as the scoring prop, I think both teams will score.
All right, so you're going both teams to score. What are your main bet or bets? How are you playing this?
I'm going to be on both teams to score, and I'm also going to be on Croatia to lift the trophy at 2.65. I've been riding Croatia this entire time. I have a gigantic future on them. I'm not hedging the bet. I think they're just as good, or if not very close to being as good as France. I think, I'm not one for this emotional stuff. I don't put it out there very often, but I think it's pretty big in this game. I think France are a fine side. I think they just, obviously are among the best in the world. But sometimes that stuff is a little bit more important. I think Croatia can bother France. It'll be a fun game. I'm going to rock and stay with Croatia, but I like both teams to score as well.
Both teams to score. And Alex, you mentioned as well, both teams to score. That's your top bet, is it, for the match?
Top bet at 2.34, and the last minute statistics. The referee of this match will be Nestor Pitana, from Argentina, former actor, and who is refereeing in the Argentinian Primera League, and he's giving a lot of cards. So I think that we should look a little bit at the cards line there and bet the overs, because I really think that we will see many cards today. He likes to be to start strong from the start, and to tell to the players that he's in control of the game, and I think that he will give a lot of cards. So over on the cards line for Nestor Pitana to be the referee of this game.
Yeah, and I tell you what, to have an Argentinian ref when France knocked out Argentina, you never know. Could be a little sour taste in that referee's mouth when France are back on the pitch again. You never know. Those cards are becoming hard and heavy for the French side. I've seen a few, and I just there's a lot of questions about anytime goal scorer. Martin, I know that's a market that you like to often focus on. We've not really sort of talked about it. We've talked about the golden ball. Griezmann has the lowest odds, 2.87, with Mbappe 3.4, Giroud 3.6, Mario Mandzukic 4.5. Any of those that offer value, Martin, or are you staying away, or what would be your leans?
I suppose I'd lean towards Griezmann. I think he's the best finisher out of the bunch. Mbappe's gone 2 games without scoring, which doesn't really fill me with too much optimism.
Yeah.
Olivier Giroud could be the new Givac. He could go the whole tournament without scoring a single goal up front for France and win the World Cup, which is what Givac did in 1998. So I definitely wouldn't bet on him. He hasn't been particularly exciting in front of goal. Mandzukic offers value. I think if Croatia score, it will come through him. But yeah, just because he takes penalties, if I was going for anyone, I'd go for Griezmann. But I'd like to see slightly higher odds on him.
Yeah, well, tell you what.
Sorry, Natalie. I think that one interesting bet also, special bets, is to see a goal from outside the box. I think that with such a huge talented player from both sides, I think that incredible shooters, also free kicks from outside the box, I think that we can see at least one goal from outside the box if we are talking special bets. Yeah.
Luka Modric, though, 7.5. No one thinks there's any value in that one.
To be anytime goal scorer?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that he's so so good for it.
All right.
I got a market that's interesting. What about man of the match? You can get 20 to 1 on Kante, 16 to 1 on Paul Pogba. I'd say whoever wins the midfield battle wins this game. It's going to be Modric and Rakitic versus Pogba and Kante, the 2 best midfields in the world. It's going to be fascinating, and whichever one of those lot comes out on top could well be man of the match. There's some great value there on the likes of Kante and Pogba.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap up this video and let you all get to your places. I'm off to a party to go and watch the match in
Party girl. At 9 o'clock in the morning.
Super early in the morning as well. But no, it's going to be
at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mimosas. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But all right, wrapping up. Alex, what are you going for?
Both teams to score 2.38 and France to win 1 unit at 2.15.
All right, Martin.
I'm going for France to win at 2.15 and half stake on the 1-1 draw at odds of 7.
Nice. Big man on campus. What's your bets?
Croatia to lift the trophy at 2.75 and both teams to score at 2.3? 2.38. I'm going to go with Croatia. I think it'll be an extra time, but I'm going to go Croatia. They lift the trophy, baby.
Nice. Yeah, I like the over 2 goals. I like both teams to score, and I like that bet from Teddy B as well. Croatia 1.25 goals. All right, guys, enjoy the match. All our viewers here, we have a ton of you watching. Really great that you tuned in there, and go and enjoy the match. And we'll be back in 4 years' time, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.